Students, how are you today? Today we are going to solve activities. Let us start with activity 1. The first question was, give the definition of each term and give an example on each. We have to define the following terms: herbivores, carnivore, and omnivore, and we have to give an example on each one. The first is herbivores. What is herbivore? Herbivores are animals that eat only plants like the locust. Herbivores are animals that eat only plant. Carnivore, animals that eat only meat. Carnivore, animals that eat only meat like the dog. Omnivores are animals that eat both plant and meat. Animals that eat both plant and meat like the bear. Question number 2. Name the 3 types of teeth. What are the 3 types of teeth that we learned them? Incisor, molar, and canine. So the 3 types of teeth are incisor, molars, and canines. Number 3. Most birds have a gizzard that grind food. Do you know why? Do you know why birds have a gizzard that grind the food? Because birds do not have teeth to grind the food, so they have a gizzard that grind their food. Because, as we know, that birds do not have teeth to grind the food, so they use the gizzard in order to grind their food. Now, activity 2, which is about food chain. First, observe this picture with me. The first question, how many food chain is there in the above picture? We have to know how many food chain is there in this picture. Each food chain should start with a what? Producer. So each food chain should start with a producer. The producer is what? A plant. So the producer is a plant, and each food chain should start with a plant. How many food chain is there in this picture? Let us see. The first here, we have a tree, which is a plant. We have a flower and we have a flower. All these are plants, are producers. So the food chain start with the tree, start with the flower, and start with the flower here. So how many food chain is there in this picture? This is a first food chain, second food chain, and the third food chain. So how many food chain is there? 3 food chains. Excellent. Now, question number 2. Name the producer in each chain. The producer, as we said, what is the producer? Plant that make its own energy using the sunlight. Name the producer in first food chain. Who is the producer? The deer? No. The lion? No. The tree? Yes. So the tree is the producer in the first chain. In the second chain, who is the producer? The snake? No. The flies? No. The flower? Yes. So the flower is the producer. In the third food chain, the bird? No. The flower? Yes. So the flower is the producer in the third food chain. So In the first chain, the producer is the tree. Second chain, the flower. Third chain, also the flower. Now, the question is, in the first food chain, name the consumer. Who is the first food chain? This or this? This one. Excellent. So this is the first food chain. We have to name the consumer. Who is the consumer? An organism that eats to get energy. So organism or animal need to eat in order to get energy. Who are the consumers in the first food chain? In this food chain, is the tree a consumer? No, the tree is a producer. Deer, yes, because the deer, what does the deer eat to get energy? The tree. The lion, what does the lion eat to get energy? The deer. So the deer and the lion are the consumers. So the deer and the lion are the consumers in the first food chain. Number 2. What will happen to the deer if the trees die? Let us see. What happened to the deer? This is the deer. If the tree dies, and this is the tree, what will happen if the tree dies? What will happen to the deer? Can the deer eat anymore? No. So the deer has no food anymore. What will happen to it? It will also die. So the deer will also die if the tree die. Number 6. Name one consumer from the other food chain. We have to name a consumer from this chain and a consumer from this food chain. Is the flower a consumer? No, it is a producer. The snake, yes. The fly, the frog, and the eagle, all of these are consumers. In this food chain, the flower is a consumer? No. The small fishes, the large fish, and the birds are all what? Consumer. So we can name any one of these animals. So from the second, we have the fly, for example, and from the third, we have the birds, for example, are what? A consumer. Now, name the 3 decomposers. First, what are decomposers? Are tiny particles that decompose dead animals and plants. What are the 3 decomposers that we learned them? Fungi, bacteria, and earthworm. So fungi, bacteria, and earthworm are called what? Decomposers. They decompose what? Dead plants and material, dead plants and animals. Excellent. Have a nice day.